Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Party Makes Things Worse Monster of the Week edition. We find our harrowed party of monster hunters on the campus of Brightview. You are in the parking lot with Thomas having just pointed out fairly fresh burn marks here. They haven't been worn down by rain or time. So these are within the last few days. At the very most, you see these scorched tire marks on the ground. Everybody else, you are jumping out of the utility vehicle, jumping into various other cars and trucks that you've brought. What is everybody doing as this is called out, and where are you planning on going? We'll go in order. Thomas, you've called this out. Are you investigating further these marks?
I would like to, but unfortunately, at the end of last episode, I said I was getting in my car already when I said
Gotcha.
my thought about the potential guiltiness of Mr. Burns. Think that Thomas hops in his car. Can I keep driving out of the parking lot into like a circle that leads up to the main hall that like buses could pull into or emergency vehicles? Or is it a parking lot and you have to go on foot up to the rest of the school buildings?
It's a parking lot and you have to go on foot, but you do know that some of the utility vehicles and stuff will go along a walking path deeper in. Not allowed for the civilians, but for those who are employed here, kind of get the free pass to do that.
Okay, then Thomas hesitates for a moment, thinking about trying to grab footage or something, and then remembers that as far as we know, somebody was kidnapped an hour ago, and will kind of like, damn it, and slams the door to his truck and drives off down the road. I have no idea where he's going because neither does he. He's basically just gonna try to do like there's no is there even a major highway that goes through Charming, or do you have to take like Route 6 to get to Charming?
There's an interstate you can take to make quick progress, but it's not typically necessary because this is a small enough town that you can mostly take side roads.
Then Thomas is going to try to do some genuine detective shit because it had only been an hour or so since the cheerleaders were at the park, correct?
Yeah, a little bit over now, but yes.
So he'll go, okay, the car ripped away fast enough to leave heat marks, so it was going above 30 miles an hour. It probably doesn't want to get pulled over with a girl, so it was going under 60. He pulls the map out of his glove compartment and goes like 60 miles an hour out, draws a circle, goes 30 miles an hour, draws a circle, and is just going to start driving in that space between the two, hoping to see something, anything at all, some sign of a car. We don't have a description or anything, but we know whoever it is tearing ass and has kidnapped somebody, so hopefully there will be some sign of what is going on. And so he just...
We talked about the wheels a little bit. Do we know anything from the wheels? Like, if they're like big tires, like a monster truck, or...
They looked markedly similar to the wheels on your utility vehicle, your janitor van.
Further evidence against Mr. Burns.
It's me, I'm the killer.
Surprise! we worked it all out off screen.
That
to make Michael's character evil.
I appreciate that we know that, because that makes what Thomas Puck is doing now a lot less foolhardy. He knows the rough shape of the vehicle. He's like, it's probably a utility van. The tires for a van like that would be a little wider, they'd be a little higher, so we're not going to find a utility van made to carry 2,000 pounds of shit that has normal car tires on it. So that's what he's doing.
As you're getting to the exit, I want to trying to run up to your car to flag you down first. Thomas, if we're breaking up and splitting away, are we going to be meeting up at the campus in like a couple hours then?
Thomas will stop and put his head out the window and go, what?
We're looking for her now, right? If that fails, or if we find any clues, shall we meet back here in like a couple hours?
You know, I completely forgot that it's 1991. Yes, I'm going to search for about 2 hours. If I don't see anything by then, we'll try to make our way back here. If anybody gets lost, if anybody gets hurt, call Charles's office phone, because someone will be here to pick it up, hopefully. And I drive off.
Burns out. So that leaves 3 of you. What are the rest of you doing?
We had talked about like pattern. It started in like the west and then went south.
No, let me clarify. You found the first body in the north. Then, in the west, you found the burn marks from the tire burnout outside of the cheerleaders' practice area, but there was no body there. You didn't find a body in the west. So your assumption was they're heading south, but you don't truly know that.
No. But we're just looking for some pattern. You can't really have a pattern without 3 things, so we're seeing if we can complete that pattern or what.
And where is the school in relation to? So if we have to the northern part of the town, we have the deli, which is where the first body was found. To the west of there is where the second set of tire marks were found. Is the school south or north of the deli / park?
The school is in the south. It's in the southeast.
Well, I mean, at least if they were abducted from the southeast and then ended up in the north, then the abduction in the west means that they'll by tomorrow bring her over to the east side of the city.
Yeah. You're not there, so I can't discuss it with you.
Yeah.
A woman's life is in danger.
Yeah, no. I'm gonna I'll try to remember to discuss something with you afterwards.
Go ahead and write it down in your legal pad. I'm sure as an FBI, you got one of those.
Yeah,
Yes, we're all-
you as cinematic of it. You saw him. I written it down before. Heat, and I'm just gonna circle heat again.
Circles heat. All right.
Yeah, that could be a clue for stuff, but I don't talk about it because there's only one to talk about it right now, except for cheerleader that doesn't know what's going on.
And Charles. Charles is there. He can.
He'll meet us back here in 2 hours. Shall we all head out together then?
I got my car. I don't know about you two. You said I looked to Jessica. You have a bike, and I'd rather you not go alone when there's a lady murderer on loose.
If you can fit my bike in your car.
Oh, if it's easy. It's a janitor's van.
I can stay here, check out the scorch marks, go over to was it not Shady Grove? What was the other place called?
Shady Grove is in the heart of town.
Yeah.
The upper scale residential neighborhood. You could go there for sure.
Yeah. And then I'll see you guys back here in 2 hours.
With that, Connor and Jessica, you load up Jessica's bike into the back of the utility vehicle. Where are you heading?
Great question.
I love monster movie optics. That it's like, this is fine because we're all in a horror movie. Where it's like, yeah, no, hey,
Yeah.
cheerleader, get in the utility
Get in.
maintenance guy's van. That'll be tight. Like,
Yeah, I don't want you to ride your bike alone. Oh, but I'll get in the car with you.
Get in the jan-
safe in the van with the bed in the back? Wouldn't that be
Get in the
safe?
janitor's van. Also, the janitor has a secret identity. All right, so you two, where you said you don't know where you're going. You
Yeah,
gotta pick. 'Cause
yeah.
you're idling in the van now at the end of the drive. Like,
I'm thinking. Which way did the tires did it go a certain way or
it burns out
pulled
too
out.
quickly for that. You see it go
Okay.
towards the main road, and then it
for the main
stops.
road? We'll continue the pattern. So it was west then south.
Body found in the
Five.
north.
I found north,
Tire marks found in the southeast.
southeast.
There was also tire marks just now found in the west.
And the
So
west.
Charles believes because those tire marks were found there, they're going to end up in the east. He thinks
Yeah.
it goes from one to the next, one to the next.
They're currently
Um,
kind of circling the outside of town.
Yeah, to
Looking
the
at it
strips.
because they picked them up at the school, they dropped them off at the deli, they picked up the next person over here. So they may end up, so if they are doing a box, they'll end up in the south. But if it's just that they grab somebody and then drive away to kill them, they could be anyway.
Yeah, I'll do I know you're going east?
We've made a very good point that it is the year of our Lord 1991, so I would have yelled a lot of information on my way out of the car. I'd have been like, I'll be back in 2 hours. I'll call that phone if nobody's here. I'm going to start going east and make my way in a semicircular pattern around the
Cool.
town. Bah.
All right, if you're going east, then instead I'll cut through and go north towards where the first body was, because it might be a dumping ground for him.
And Jessica's riding with you. So we're going to follow Charles first. Charles, you walk up to these tire marks here. Roll plus sharp. And that's going to be investigate a mystery.
All right. That is a 4 total.
You know, you're not going to believe this. That doesn't quite get you there.
Mark experience.
Yeah, mark experience. Don't forget that. You stand up and you're looking around. Really, all you're getting from this is that there was a car here and it tried to make a quick egress. But you saw plenty of parents doing that when you sent them away out of anger, just burning out and leaving.
Sheesh. We really should have just like kind of cordoned off like the entrance to the school and redirected people from there.
You turn and like wipe your brow a little bit. And as you do that, you see that there's an open window into the main building here, and like the curtains are blowing out from inside out that way. You typically see all these windows locked up, especially now. You saw the president of the college lock the door to this building, which is the main offices. So it wouldn't really make any sense to have those windows open with everything being locked down.
Yeah, I'll go quickly back in. I guess I've got keys to the main place as well, right? So
Yeah,
I'll go
absolutely.
in, close that window and then get ready to head over.
You unlock the door and you swing it open, and you start counting the doors, knowing where the windows might line up to. And you realize that that is the office of the president. He was here a few hours ago. You don't know if he's still in there or not, but that's where it lines up.
I guess I'll knock on the door. It's like, President, you still in there?
No answer.
Brian Pierce?
Nothing.
Try to open up the door.
You go to the door and the door is locked.
I think I will try to sort of give it a strong shoulder or something.
Yeah, go ahead and what's that going to be? That's going to be plus tough.
All right, kick some ass.
Or use magic.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I
one of Use Magic's options is do one
Yeah.
thing beyond human limitations. There's also a specific ability that the monstrous can take
unholy
that says,
strength. Yeah.
use weird instead of tough whenever you like, basically.
But yeah, just for kick some ass though. But I guess like I'm kicking the ass at the door.
Bummer.
Yeah, I think it would make more sense just to say you're using magic to go beyond the bounds of normal human limitations. And you're still rolling plus weird on that.
Gotcha. All right, trying to like bend the door enough that it kind of like pops out of the lock. That one was a 6.
I mean, on a 6, you still fail. You shoulder into it, and you do get a bit of information. This would have worked on a typical door. Just
Oh.
one of those cheap wood knockdownable doors. This has been reinforced in some way that you weren't expecting. And you do bang your shoulder and it hurts a little bit. You gotta stretch it out.
Well, I guess I'll leave, lock the door, and then go to the window and try to get in.
Yeah, that's super easy. You lock that door back up, you swing around, the window's wide open. You step up, vault in, and look around, and the first thing you notice is that it is empty. There's nobody in here. The second thing you notice is that this office is in complete disarray. The chair is knocked over, there's papers thrown around, the carpet on the ground, the rug has been kicked up and partially folded over. There is in fact an inkwell on the desk that has been knocked over and spilled on the rug in here. But it is empty. An inkwell, yes.
Fucking inkwell.
Yeah.
Any like footprints or indentations in the ink pool or anything?
Roll investigate a mystery.
All right. Oh wow, the dice have turned around. I got a 9 for that one at least.
A 9, you get to ask 1.
I guess maybe what's being concealed here. It looks like someone already turned this place over, so I'm gonna like see if there's anything that's like standing out from the normal president's desk materials and such.
So looking over everything, what's being concealed here slowly begins to materialize for you. There are footprints from this spilled inkwell, and one is like an Oxford shoe pointed towards the top, fairly large size, and the other one is more of a tennis sneaker, much smaller in size, and you see those like the ribbed footprint, and they lead towards the window.
I mean, I guess the Oxford sneaker would fit with the business attire and the shoe with the cheerleader if they were here for something. I will, I guess, maybe try to leave no tracks and just carefully get out of the window again, and we'll bring this information to the attention of the crew when we connect in 2 hours.
Yeah, you
Then-
swing back out.
Yeah.
Where are you heading to your office for now?
I guess just out the window again. Like I'll see if there's any other like footprints and stuff outside or anything.
Mhm.
Just maybe run off in that direction instead.
The footprints rapidly lose strength as you go out. Like there's less imprint from the ink as it washes away on these pieces of grass. So you follow those for about 15 feet or so, and it looks like they're just running straight. And then you don't see anything else.
All right, I'll just take off straight then.
You take off that way. We jump over now to Thomas Puck. Thomas, you are driving around in wider and wider, or narrow and narrower circles. How's that hunt looking?
Yeah, it's just so we're starting at the college. So east, the circle that he would have drawn around it, east. Unfortunately, at this angle, he would probably have gone east for about 13 seconds and then started going south and then west. Now that I have the map, it looks a little different than I was first picturing in my head. So he's starting on main roads and occasionally going down like residential roads and just trying to keep his eyes open, and he's looking for the van. He's looking for any van of that size. Charming is a small enough town that he can't imagine there's a lot of them. And he's mainly just like going through a big area and then going through the back of it and then swinging around a neighborhood and then up through another section and moving forward, trying to go fast enough that he doesn't look like he is driving slowly up and down residential streets. Yeah, he's trying to strike the balance because he can't get pulled over, in all of this. So he's mainly just looking for the van, wherever it is.
Roll me plus sharp.
Plus sharp. I've done it again. Do you know what really helps you run, play, sort of?
No dice, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I love for the viewers out there. That's what I love about being a keeper, because I do this all the time. I forget my dice basically every time we play anything. There's no dice for a keeper of Monster of the Week. You just do responses. That's all you do.
Almost double sixes. A 6 and a 5. 13.
Nice. You aren't asking me any questions because that's not the point of this. The point of this was to find something that matches the description of the vehicle you're looking for. And I'll tell you what, you do it. You first see a van for like a flower shop that matches pretty closely to what you're looking for. But after a minute, you realize the tires are actually much smaller. They're on a large vehicle, but it wouldn't make these same imprints. So you pass that by and you keep going deeper into the east. And then you see one of those telecommunications vans, for Verizon or Spectrum, etc. And that blows past you. It is speeding heavily, but you pull up at a stoplight up ahead and you look in and you see this person's in full garb on the phone with their boss and like, I'll get there in 1 second. I needed a couple extra minutes. And you see he's got like a bag of Burger King next to him. And he just was shirking his responsibilities and is ripping by. So he passes you by. And then you find a municipal building. This is the mayor's office / what's the name for like a town hall? This is the mayor's office / town hall here. And in front of that, you see a large utility van with the name scrawled on the side of it with those like big imprint letters. And it says Walter Flagg for mayor. It's pretty run down. This sign, it's been on the side of this van for a long time. You get the impression that Walter Flagg has likely been the mayor for a long while here, and it does match the description.
I will drive by it, stiffen, look, take a breath, and he drives down the road further. Where, please, so we're at the town hall. I'm looking around. Is there a fucking TJ Maxx? Is there somewhere I can park my car where I don't look psychotic, or do I have to park in this municipal building lot?
Yes, there is. It's not an abandoned mall, but it should be an abandoned mall. There's a mall here.
In 1991, that is that means this mall is a piece of shit.
It is terrible.
Yeah, he'll park somewhere in the mall and hop out of the car, and he realizes he has a pretty good cover, all things considered. He throws that same press badge on, grabs his recorder, and starts kind of jogging it out. I wonder if I doubt it's a cassette. These are the things I worry about for no reason. Is it a cassette recorder? It's probably not a cassette recorder, right? It's probably a little like click one.
A full tape recorder, yeah.
Well, 91, do I not have an MP3 recorder by now?
Let me see.
Shouldn't I have? Doesn't it seem like I should have a little Tascam, like click recorder to put in someo's face?
1991 the Germans developed the MP3 audio file
So I
format.
do not have that. I do not
so
have that
fresh.
at all. No, the
So he
truck is
sees
the
that,
only
yeah.
new thing Thomas saw. Thomas looks over. His cassette recorder is sitting on top of a magazine that is open with an ad for a new digital recorder, and he's like, someday, and he traces down the side, grabs this old piece of shit cassette recorder, and starts to jog across the street. That was great vamping. It gave me enough time to look up the radio station that I have to pretend to be a part of.
Nice.
I love
so good.
He runs across one of the only 4-lane roads in town. A car, he has to like get stopped. Like a car honks its horn as he's just dashing across the street towards the town hall / mayor's office. First things first, he takes down every single detail about the car. He takes the plate number down, the size of the tires down, the brand of the tire down, what color is it, what make of the car is it. If he can, in Mississippi, if your registration is up on the front window, like it is in New York, he will even stop, turn around, and click, take a picture of the whole registration sticker with the VIN number and everything.
So what you get is, this is a 1982 Econoline. You do write down the license plate. I'm not going to give one because the license plates actually have people that have them.
I love that just because that means I just get to ask, is it the same plate? And you get to go, it's the same plate.
Not even a vanity plate.
It says, too cool for school. No, it doesn't say anything on it. It's a typical one.
It says
Killer.
burnin' hot, BURNNHOT. No, yeah, so he snaps that picture and gets all the relevant details, and then will walk up to the front office. Without enough of a plan, he continues to have a -1 to cool. So he opens the door, and as the handle pushes in, he's like, shit, I have no idea what I'm gonna say right now, as he steps inside.
To open the door, and it's locked.
What?
As you go to push it open.
Alright, what? He looks at the hours on the side of the building. Is it supposed to be open?
It is supposed to be open. It's like maybe 2 o'clock, 2 p.m. That's town hall hours.
Oh god. He looks around, he's like, if I was gonna murder a woman in a town hall, I would also lock the door. He looks back at the truck and looks back forward and goes, I should have bought a goddamn cell phone. He's gonna take a credit card out and try and jimmy the door.
Go ahead and roll plus cool.
Fuck.
Plus cool.
Okay, let me look at do I have any ability?
You're for sure acting under pressure here.
Damn it.
Also in front of a mall. It is pretty dilapidated. There's a couple people there. You're like breaking into the town hall. You'd be sweating a little
Oh, am I
bit.
in the front?
Yeah, this is the front of the building.
Never mind. I thought I was around the back of this building.
Gotcha.
Okay.
Yeah, you swing around to the back.
He
you find the
takes
same
the card
thing.
out and goes, this is stupid, and closes it. I'll do a loud, I'll do a cop knock, like a tap, tap, tap.
No response.
Son of a bitch. And I could have gotten a BlackBerry. I could have gotten one of those folding ones. Runs over to the side. Any windows, any way that I can scramble into this building?
Yeah, there's about 8 windows along the side of this building. It's a fairly long town hall here.
So are there any of the windows open? And if they aren't, it's 104 degrees. Does anybody have an AC in their window?
None of them are open. There are 3 ACs in these windows.
All right, he goes, well, all right, fine. Runs up and just jumps and grabs onto the AC unit so that it will fall out of the window.
Oosh. Yeah. No need to roll for that. It collapses. It sits into the ground. You see the wire whip past you, hit the ground. Roll plus sharp.
7 + 2, 9.
You can read a bad situation.
Right.
You know 1.
I know my best way in. I know the biggest threat is whoever kidnapped the girl. I'm gonna hit it with a what's the best way to protect the victims. I know that that's kind of a meta question, so the way I will describe knowing the answer to that is he goes, well, and jumps and pulls himself up, and I'm hoping to get some information right away that cues me up to know what best to do, because the answer may very well be get out of the mayor's office window. So he's gonna kind of try to scurry in through this window.
You leap up and you pull yourself, and the second your head pops up, The door to this side office is open, and you see the main hall section of the town hall. Hardwood floors, big arching like archways, the ceiling's high, and you see a man with a knife in a full suit barreling down the blade onto a human underneath them.
Son of a bitch. I will pull myself the rest of the way in, take my flashlight out, and charge the guy.
You run in. It sounds like you're probably going to try and kick some ass here.
Far more than that, I am trying to protect someone if this person seems alive. I know people can tank a good 4 or 5 stab wounds before things get shoddy. Am I way too late? Am I witnessing a murder, or are we sort of still in the space where I can be of assistance?
You're witnessing a murder. These are the first 2 or 3 strikes. These have been happening for a few minutes at least.
Okay, yeah, then I hop down. I have this thing in my hand. Is there a better weapon in this room than a flashlight?
Absolutely. In this room, you see a chair that you can use sort of as a shield and a bashing weapon. There's a lamp if you want extra reach. There is a stuffed deer head, so you could grab that for the antlers.
Unfortunately, I'm looking at my list, and it doesn't sound like anything would move me from 1 harm to 2 harm. So he just charges across the room with a big mag light and whack, just tries to crack this dude in the head with it.
Yeah, you swing down, roll to kick some ass, plus tough.
I'm going to start working on my backup character. If you guys have any ideas or any places we feel like we're missing, Spencer, if you have an NPC that you think I should be...
Yeah, for sure.
I feel like a religious horseman.
Yeah, a religious horseman. Go ahead and roll one of those up for me.
I'll work on that. I got a 7.
Maybe named Ron.
Yeah,
there you go. Religious horseman.
Blacksmith. He's a blacksmith.
He's a blacksmith, which is weird. He's a farrier. No, yeah, totally. He so 7. I have a +0 in tough, so that's just dice is dice. So we harm each other. I just run up, and I think that in this moment, Thomas is panicking. He has -1 cool. He doesn't realize that the person is dead, so Thomas thinks he is rolling to protect someone. We know he is kicking some ass as he tries to club this person over the head.
You clobber him over the head. As you do so, he hears your footfalls, doof, 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 and he spins around. You get a closer look. This is like a ritual dagger. It's curved like an obsidian blade. You crack him across the face as he brings the blade up, and it slices your arm, and you take 1 harm.
Good to know. Ritual dagger, obsidian. That's volcanic glass, baby. We love it. Does he seem affected by the 1 harm that he takes from a flashlight?
You knock like 4 teeth out of this guy's mouth that clatter to the ground, and he stumbles backwards and brandishes the blade back forward, blood dripping from it. And we jump to Connor Connors and Jessica Fitch. Which direction were you going? Because you went to the north, right?
Yes, I'm back north.
You are not very far from the exit of the school here, and I want you both to roll plus sharp.
For what?
This is probably going to be investigate a mystery. No, actually, I'm going to say read a bad situation. I think it makes more sense for that.
Okay.
I did roll a 4.
I was rolling D20. That won't work. I got 10.
All right, so with a 4 and a 10, Jessica, you are staring out, trying to see any sign of anybody having left here. Connor, you see a flash in the woods, like a dress flowing in the wind, but from somebody running next to you. And you turn to look, and as you do, your eyes go off of the road for half a second, and a tire pops as you hit the harsh gravel on the side of the road, veering just a little bit. But you know you saw something in the woods.
In the woods? Okay. How far off? Am I close to the woods? Am I far from the woods?
You're close. The tree line is about 20 yards away from the road here, and the flash of color was probably 10 yards deeper than that.
I pull off immediately, and I saw a girl, saw a dress, like right here.
A girl's dress?
could have been like a cheerleader's dress,
Okay.
like the skirt.
Let's go look. Let's go look.
I know cheerleaders wear skirts and dresses. Could be her.
Well, if she's in the woods, we should probably go check.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
about to say we should go.
We should balance.
If she's in the woods, she's too far gone.
Jessica and Connor, you both leap out of this recently flat-tired van and you run towards the woods. I'm gonna let your last rolls ride on this. Connor, you know the angle you saw, so you're not able to really roll anything else here. You're sprinting out into the woods. What are you both doing to try and make this search easier? Are you calling out? Are you looking for breaks in the branches, etc.? What are you doing?
I have my flashlight. It's nothing heavy duty, but just a typical flashlight. So I'm trying to shine it on stuff, and I'm looking for I'm looking for tracks or broken stuff.
You quickly find those tracks. You see some broken sticks, foliage has been knocked to and fro, and you follow that straight out. Unfortunately, Jessica, you're not quite as fast as Connor. Connor is making quick work through here, but you are losing your sense of where Connor is. His flashlight fades off into the distance as you lose your speed here.
Can I don't know, because I've never done such a thing. Would I be able to try to, like, see if I can read anybody's mind in the area? Obviously, I don't know how it works, but I know I've done it before, so if I realize I can't keep up, and it's not going to be helpful, so if I just sit there and try to, like, see if I can pick up on anybody.
You can use magic, so you're gonna roll plus weird.
It's 5 + 2.
5 + 2. That is a success. It works imperfectly. Choose your effect and a glitch. I will choose what effect the glitch has.
Inflict harm. She grabs Connor by the back of the neck.
Oh! The voice tells you to kill him.
Oh, I think I did the wrong thing. I wanted to use telepathy to, like,
Oh, is that a
Actually,
separate thing
yes,
you've got?
yeah.
Gotcha. You're gonna read a bad
got it.
situation.
All right, I got 7 +.
Hey, a 9, so you get to hold 1. You can ask me 1 question.
Yeah, I think that Jessica would, in this situation, want to know what the best way to protect the victim is, regardless of, you know, the metaverse of what's happening here. So she'd probably pick that.
I'm going to say this. Your best way to protect the victim would be to find the victim.
Okay.
So you don't need to ask that one.
Fine. What's most vulnerable to me? Perhaps?
You open your mind using your magic to try and pick up thoughts. First, you hear Connor's thoughts. You hear like basically nothing, and then you hear a footprint, and then you hear broken branch. Closer, getting closer. I think I can hear something. And then that fades away as he gets more distant from you. You don't hear anything else for a second. And then you hear, where is she? I'm gonna find her. I gotta find her. I can't let it get away. I gotta find her right now.
Ew. Okay. That's horrifying.
There's another scene in our $2 million budgeted dramatization of this series, connecting psychically and going, ew, it's so good.
That, like, signal is getting stronger.
Is this the same voice that I've been hearing, or is this just a different person's mind voice?
This is a different voice. That, like,
A
gravelly.
different voice?
Yeah, this is a man's voice. He has the Mississippi drawl that you're used to living here, and it is getting stronger as you stay here.
I'm gonna run away out to the Knotwoods, and
Back to the road.
then yell to Connor.
You run back to the car and you start calling out for Connor. Connor, you hear Jessica calling out to you.
Okay.
Unfortunately, what that means is everybody else in the nearby woods hears Jessica calling out to you. And we jump over to Charles. Charles, you hear Jessica Fitch calling out to Connor Connors. You've been following this trail of pushed down blades of grass. You found it into the tree line by the college, broken brambles and branches, and you've been following it for a little while here, and you've made up the time as the monster you are at home in the woods. So you've sort of rushed through, and you hear Jessica calling out to Connor.
All right. And she sounds distressed then, right? So
Yeah.
I will start running that way and just take a deep breath in, like get all that energy and just start poofing it.
Jessica, from the tree line, you see a figure burst out, not from where Connor was running, but you don't really make out any details as he poof, blasts out.
Jessica, you okay?
Bang.
I got my revolver out.
3 harm.
I thought about giving you the gun.
Well, it's on my thing. It says I have a shotgun, and I said that I took my dad's shotgun. I don't know where that fit on my bike.
Did you take it with you? Is it actually
I
on
don't
your person?
It means
No,
it
it's at your
exists
house.
around. It
You have
means-
access
yeah.
to. Charles, you jump out, and Jessica screams.
Oh, Jessica. I thought you guys were gone.
Jesus.
It looked like someone broke into the president's office, and I saw 2 sets of footprints in there. I went following them into the woods this way.
Connor's in there. We were just looking. He said he saw someone in the woods running.
Just
Maybe a girl. I don't know.
all right. Connor, you still out there? I'll try and make my way.
Connor, have you run towards Jessica at this point?
The instant she started calling me, I run to her.
You are running, and as you make it closer to the tree line, you are tackled to the ground.
Okay.
And on top of you, you see a pretty recognizable person to you, and that is Brian Pierce, the president of the college. And he says, "What are you doing here?"
I saw somebody running in the forest. It looked like they were in trouble. I was just trying to find what was going on.
Who do you have with you? And he looks back towards the end of the tree line by the road.
Hey, just me. You and me right here. It's all good.
Roll plus charm.
Charm is plus 0.
It was really good, like negotiator talk, though. The like,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
it's just you and me. Look at me. Yeah, it was good.
That's his FBI training coming in. 8.
So with charm, this is kind of the first time we're using charm, I believe. You're manipulating someone. And that is going to be with an 8. They'll do it, they'll believe you, only if you prove it to them. He says, "I heard a girl screaming. She's not with you?"
No, that's probably who I'm trying to find.
All right. He stands up.
Are you
All right.
Are you chasing her, or what are you doing here?
I also heard a girl screaming, and I came to investigate to see what might have befallen her. And, I think we might have been looking after the same person.
All right,
I thought
fair.
that maybe it
All
was
right.
you chasing her, so I apologize for tackling you.
No, that's okay. I'm not going to lead this person to Jessica. I'm going to lead her the other way, so towards the tracks that I was already going for.
So, have you seen anybody else? Anybody who might have been, bothering this girl? I haven't heard anything until I heard some shouts, and I thought the worst that you might have been chasing someone. I didn't know it was you at first, but so again,
No.
I apologize for that.
No, that's okay. Here I've been following tracks, trying to figure out where they went. I only saw the one. I saw literally flash of an image of a girl running through the woods. It just seems like bad news. If you want to help me try and find, I got these tracks I'm kind of going off of.
I tell you what, if you can keep searching around here, I might head back to the college, see if I can make a quick call to the sheriff.
All right, that works.
All right. And he turns to walk back towards the road.
Is back towards the road, back towards the college.
The road will lead to the college, so he's not running through the woods, but it also is where Jessica and Charles, you don't know that at this point, but where Jessica is.
I love the president saying, "No, no, no! I heard a woman yelling. And so I ran 15 miles into the woods. I ran a car's distance, just absolute head low sprinted.
It was a very long distance. It's about a mile out from where
Okay,
we are.
I thought he had been driving. I was
he
like,
had just left.
the
So you
lie
got a
makes
mile.
if it's
Yeah.
a lie, then it might not be a lie. I was like, yeah, for sure, press. He was like,
Mhm.
that was so good. I thought you guys were like 20 minutes down the road. I was like, damn, this dude was just.
no. It's about a mile out.
What's his name? President what?
Brian Pierce.
All right. Do you have? Because he's going in the alley. Do you know the girl's name? Like, do you know who it is or who it might have been? So I can start yelling her name, like Brian.
And Jessica and Charles, you hear him yell out Brian.
Ryan.
And he says, no, I only heard a scream, and I'd been following sort of the tracks through the woods here, but I didn't see anybody. I didn't recognize the voice.
Okay. All right. Well, you go ahead and make that call, and I'll try and keep this track walls warm.
All right, good luck. I'll see you afterwards. And he turns and he does walk towards the road where Jessica and Charles are.
Maybe the president's in there or something else. Did he find him dead?
I don't know. You said someone was in his office?
Yeah, it looked like some Oxford shoes and some like sneaker shoe marks in there. It was like a whole mess in there. But the front door was locked. Only the open window. I'm kind of the nature that we should maybe just hide and watch what he does.
Yeah, I think that's a good idea.
All right. I'm gonna
Your
leap
best,
into the grass.
yeah, you can go into the opposite side of this tree line, or you can go into the van.
Can I try to also read his mind when he goes by? Just to make sure, like to confirm that was him that was talking. I think it is, but I mean, I don't.
Just roll plus weird on this one. You're not trying to read a bad situation or investigate a mystery. You're trying to use your magic to get a bit of intel. So plus weird.
11.
You enter into his mind, and you hear the same voice. This is definitely the same voice you heard that was calling out that he needed to find her. He can't let her get away. Where do you hide, Jessica?
Probably behind the car. If he's coming like on the other side of the car, not like the back, but behind it.
He's walking up on like the driver's side, so you're going to be over on the passenger side. Both of you see Brian Pierce walk out, brushing himself off of dirt and detritus, and he sees the van with the flat tire. He glances at it for a second, looks left and right, looks behind him. Connor, are you following him, or are you still following this?
I'm following now. Yeah, I let him get a good bit away, but yeah, because I know that he's going towards where Jessica is.
Connor, roll plus cool.
That is 9 plus 3, so 12.
You can choose to either do what you wanted to do and something extra, which is remain stealthy and something else, or do what you wanted to absolute perfection.
Yeah, I'm just trying to be stealthy behind him.
So in that case, you do it to absolute perfection. Nobody sees you. Jessica and Charles are looking right out here, and they can't see you doing this. You're army crawling through a muddy area, so there's no leaves falling, there's no twigs to break. You're just slowly crawling back. And you all see as Brian Pierce looks left and right, looks behind him, doesn't see Connor, looks back at the van, looks in through the driver's side, doesn't see anything of note, walks to the back, opens up the trunk, and sees Jessica's bicycle in the back. He straightens up a little bit, closes it, looks around a little bit more, doesn't see anybody, and he takes off at a pretty quick jog back towards the college. And we jump back over now to Thomas Puck in Mortal Kombat.
How to die.
Yeah, you're fighting this man in this very nice pinstripe suit, his blade in hand. You're standing over him. What are you doing? You've been sliced.
I have a group of very important questions. Number one, was this man in the hallway and I saw him through the door of the room?
You saw him through the door of the room into the main, like, atrium of the building.
Great. Question number two, the door behind me that I just walked through. Is it a door or is it a doorway?
It's a door. It was just open.
Question number 3. How visibly dead?
Pretty
So like there's
dead.
no, I want to make sure there's no part of Thomas that is like, I should be doing something else than this. Okay.
No.
Thomas runs out, hits this dude with the flashlight, gets cut, looks down, and out loud goes, "What in the fuck am I doing?" Backs up and shuts the door.
Yeah, you swing back and slam the door shut.
Does the door have a lock?
Yes, there is a lock on the inside of this door.
Then tell me at any point in here when I need to roll. His goal is shut the door, lock it, grab the phone off the thing, dial 911. His plan is, I was walking down the street and I saw the AC falling on the ground. I popped my head up to say what was going on and, oh my goodness gracious golly gee willikers, somebody was getting murdered.
Roll plus cool as you like backpedal away and try and slam this door.
At last. It has finally come to pass. I have just another day. When you have to act under pressure due to a monster, phenomena, or mystical effect, you may roll plus weird instead of plus cool.
Ooh.
Does Obsidian Chris Knife push us into fantastical territory?
Yes,
It's
this
definitely a keeper call.
is for sure. You can do that.
This is a human, not a monster. So
It's technically true.
I think the just another day is him going, he like hits on the flashlight, stands up and remembers monsters. Backpedals, slams the door, turns around, picks up the phone. I'm gonna roll plus weird. 7 plus 2, that's a 9. So mixed success.
You can you get up and you start to walk away. If you go for that door, you're going to get slashed. You have to turn your back to get to the door properly to slam it shut.
That's fine. He knows that he can't go toe to toe with this guy at all. He has a flashlight, so he will sort of jump through and shut the door behind him and take whatever harm he needs to do it.
He slashes out at your right calf. You feel the muscle split partially, and you limp back and you slam the door shut, lock it, and you
shit you've ever said out loud.
you get over to this rotary phone. You dial, chink chink chink, and it rings once, and then you hear, to your horror, thunk, 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 as the blade is coming down on that corpse in the middle of the room, again and again and again.
24. Looks at the receiver, looks at the person, and then figures, man, the cops usually show up when you don't answer anyways, and will put it receiver up on the desk and opens the door. Thomas will jump out just like a foot and look around, and he's hoping to see like a fire extinguisher on the wall.
Roll plus sharp.
Plus sharp, that is, thank goodness I have a plus 2. That is a 6, which becomes an 8. Although, I'm not getting a lot of experience this time.
With an 8, there is a fire extinguisher, but it's on the other side of this combat. So you'd have to circle around to grab it. Combat. He's stabbing a dead body.
So I'm going to tell you what I want to do, and then we'll
Yes.
suss out from there. His goal was to grab the fire extinguisher, hose this dude down, hoping that it's hot out, this dude seems a cold will be bad, so that he can grab the body and drag it into the room and shut the door again. That's the goal, but that's a lot of shit to do with one action. So
Yeah.
I think it's probably like step 1, grab the fire extinguisher and spray this person with it. Step 2, grab the body and pull it back into the room. What are we thinking? What are we doing?
I'm gonna give you a worse option here. Because the fire extinguisher is on the other side of the room, you could run over there to grab it. You'll probably get some fire there. But there's a tapestry on the wall next to you, like one of those big knit ones. And you can grab that and throw it over him to try and get him to grab at it, and then you can grab the body. I think that is a fair option.
I think that's incredibly fair. I was expecting you to give me something a lot meaner than that. So yeah, he'll definitely take that. Slams the door open, goes to the fire extinguisher, looks up, sees the tapestry, grabs it, and rips it down to pull it over his head so that he can grab this body by the ankles and pull it into the room.
These stab wounds are coming fast. It's like stab, 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 stab. So these are racking up, and you don't know how many stab wounds there were before. You rip that tapestry off, you throw it over the top of him. You're gonna have to roll me plus an act under pressure again to try and get that to land properly.
Would you say this is a monster phenomena or mystical effect in any way?
I would say this one is not a monster. This is you throwing a big rogue.
Well. 8 minus 1, 7.
A 7 is at least a success. It's not a perfect success, but this goes down over the top of him with enough time for you to grab this body and start dragging it away. But you know that because it wasn't the fire extinguisher, this is going to be very short-lived. You can drag the body away several feet. He's going to be able to get back at it and start stabbing again really quickly here. So unless you can find an alternate way to protect it, you're stuck here.
So the goal, so doorway shut the door isn't likely to happen because of like the positioning.
Yeah, you won't be able to get there fast enough. He knows that's where you went last time. He will leap in after you as soon as it's off.
Okay. Hoping that this thing fears exposure, he's going to open himself to harm, pick up the body, and run for the front door. He knows he's probably going to take an attack. We play so much D&D. He knows he's probably going to get cut as he jumps through, but assuming it's like a push bar door, so it'll open if he pushes from the inside. He hopes that it sets off the burglar alarm, and then he is out on the street with the dead body, because then people will notice, and hopefully whatever this thing is doesn't want to be seen. So he will sort of sprint over, leaping above the tapestry, carrying the body to try to dash for the door.
Roll to protect someone. I know it's a bit macabre for what's going on here.
It's a perfect roll for it, though. There's no better stat on here. That is an 8 flat. I do not have a bonus to tough. So I protect them okay, but I suffer all of the harm they were going to get. So I'm assuming Thomas gets stabbed.
Yeah, you will get stabbed 2 times, unfortunately, as you make this exit. He pulls off this tapestry, and for the first time you do get a good look at his face. This is a man in his mid-50s. He's graying, handsome. He has the look of a politician about him, is what I will say. And he pulls that off, and he lashes out with the knife and gets you once, and you pull the body in closer to yourself and you run, and he stabs you in the back one time, catching you in the side, so you get 2 harm.
All right, I am unstable.
Bleeding out, you knock into the push
Can
bars
I-
and they swing open.
Can I, on my way out of the door, knowing I left the receiver off, try to pull some taken shit and just at the top of my lungs yell, 50s, graying, nice suit, just trying to like scream. I don't know if they're going to hear me or not, but I think that it would occur to him to just try to pile out everything he can see.
Yeah, you shout all of that out. The door's pretty close. Depending on how solid the signal is for this phone, they'll pick you up. So maybe.
Hopefully something. But his main goal is get out the front door. So he dashes like around the desk to book it and slam out of the front door into the street, hoping that whoever this is won't follow him where there might be people.
And the door goes, the alarm. You do hear one going off as you burst out. And then you hear a loud exclamation. Fuck! And you are outside, the door closes, and you hear nothing else. I assume you're booking it to your vehicle, right?
I would love to say that I am doing that. I am unstable at 4 out of 7 harm. Can I be running still?
It is going to hurt you to do so.
Thomas does not want to die. He is bleeding heavily.
Yeah.
The person already screamed. You said earlier that some people might see me. Are there people on the street?
No. There were people in the mall, but there's nobody outside right now.
Okay, are there cars on the road?
Not here, no.
Fuck.
You don't hear anything coming.
Okay, all right. Ugh, this sucks. He was really hoping for somebody. He'll limp across the road. There's no other option. Is there a median, or is it just 4 lanes?
It's just 2 lanes here.
2?
It doesn't
Okay.
take very much. Yeah.
He'll get to the other side and collapse. He's extremely hurt. He's bleeding and doesn't want to run too far. He's doing the math. As he gets out, he hears them yell fuck and the door shut and doesn't open again. He's not sure if they're following or not. And he limps across heading towards the car when he realizes like the body's been stabbed. I've been stabbed. It's the same weapon. If I flee the scene, the story changes. Right now, it looks like someone attacked both of us. And he's going to gamble on the person not following him, and he's going to literally fall on the pavement on the other side when he gets to the sidewalk, and will fall carrying the body and land in the grass. I assume getting kind of fuzzy at this point.
Yeah, your vision is fading in and out. And then you look back to this town hall, and you're breathing slowly, trying to retain your consciousness. and glass shatters out of one of the windows to the side. And the form of that besuited man lands on the ground and rolls over animalistically, and it goes up on all fours and looks out at you and out at the body, staring at that body, and then sprints on all fours directly at you. Hand on the ground, foot on the ground, hand on the ground, foot on the ground. Groosh, groosh,
Shit,
groosh,
shit,
groosh.
shit, shit.
And it gets closer.
He's
and
gonna try to
closer.
run to the car.
Are you still carrying the body?
He has to. Everything is moot. If not, he is yelling help at the top of his lungs as he dashes across the parking lot, hoping that anybody in any direction will react.
Roll plus charm.
I think I know what I'm gonna go for here. I don't get a good enough success. I roll a luck. I burn a luck. He needs somebody. He needs help. There's no way. He's just screaming at the top of his lungs. He hits the panic button on his car as he is yelling, and I think at this point dragging the body. I don't think he can pick it up anymore, and is just like limping back to the car. So I burn a luck, so it's a 12. I rolled like a 7. I'm not fucking around with a mixed success on this.
The sound of the alarm is ringing in your head. Your blood is pumping and banging against your eardrums, and you see this man foam at the mouth rush at you on all fours. He gets to the other side of the road. He enters the blacktop, and around a blind bend, you suddenly hear the sound of sirens as the sheriff's police patrol car slams in to this running on all fours man.
Thank God for that idiot. Just so grateful in this moment.
We jump to Jessica Fitch, Connor Connors, and Charles Kevinson as the president of the college runs back towards the college itself. Connor, what are you doing? Are you still hidden?
I'm still following him. Now that I know that he's not seeing Jessica, I'm following him to see what's going on.
Yeah, you follow him, and it's a while of you following him. He's going right back to the college. He wasn't lying when he said that. He makes it back in. He unlocks the front door, walks into his office. Are you following him in through the building as he unlocks it? Are you sitting out in the parking lot? How are you observing him?
How big of a building is it? I have pretty good specs of the college because I've been working there now.
This is the staff building, so it houses like 15 offices, give or take. It's fairly large, but not so
One
large
floor,
you can
two
go
floor.
in wherever. It's one floor.
Yeah, I'll go in.
He opens the door, it shuts behind him. He doesn't bother locking it, and you swing it open, and you hear his footfalls as they enter into like the fourth office on the left.
And that's his?
That's his.
Okay.
Do you follow him that way?
Yes.
Roll to act under pressure.
Okay.
We're sitting over here like, God, be careful. And then I remembered you have an FBI badge. And I was like, oh, wait, you can do whatever the fuck you want.
And a gun if this goes bad.
It's the 2 in Congress means if the worst case scenario is Connor shoots somebody and then calls the police and goes, hey, I shot somebody.
Hey, this is the FBI. I shot a man.
Max that you could ever get. I got 12 plus 3.
Jeez. All right,
15.
Lift off the ground.
You don't
Eyes.
army crawl this time. You could have if you wanted to, but you didn't. You match his footfalls, so if he hears them, it's as if they're echoing off the walls. He rushes for his office, and he goes to open it, and as he swings it shut behind him, you hold your hand out and you stop it from fully shutting. And then you listen in at the door. He does not exclaim in shock at the state of his office. He was sort of expecting it to look like this. He didn't go, "What happened?"
I don't know. It's messy.
So there's no exclamations. He quickly walks over to his desk. You don't hear him sit down in his chair, and you hear clink, 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 clink as he's making a rapid phone call with a number he has long had memorized. And it rings and rings and rings. And we're going to do a quick moment over at Thomas's POV as he's sitting on the stoop of the town hall talking to the sheriff, and he hears a phone ringing inside the town hall.
We catch like the edge of and he fucking ran on his hands and feet. And we both turn.
And the phone rings and no answer. And you hear Brian say, "Shit!" He hangs up. And then he sits down in his chair, the leather creaking underneath as he sits. You hear a light sob coming out from him from inside that office. He is breaking down.
I keep a
cringe.
mental. I cringe. Yeah. Tears. Ew. No, I make
No.
note that he's upset. It'd be weird. There weren't any other cars parked in here, right? I'm assuming I went through some car park.
Yeah, you were in the parking lot. They're cleared out. There's some like staff vehicles. There are a couple like buses, things like that, but there are no residents parked here. There's no employees right now.
All right, I'm gonna do something FBI-ish. I'm gonna leave a bug.
You have in your equipment bug.
My car has the surveillance stuff.
Okay, yeah. You step back out and you grab some of your surveillance tech and you place it. You're gonna have to act under pressure again just to make sure you put that down good and hit it.
Huh. 15 again.
Oh my god. Yeah, you get this bug and you wire it through like the tile ceiling, that faux tile. You put it through, you push it further and further and further right over his office. So you're going to be able to hear everything.
Yeah. Cool. And with that, I try and stealth on out.
No need to do that with two 15s in a row. You step out, no problem. Up next, we've got Charles and Jessica. You have long been left by Connor Connors as he followed. You saw him step out. He waved at you and pointed on to show you where he was heading next. It's been about 30 minutes. So where are you guys going now?
Right. So I guess you guys were leaving, but then you were here. So was there something in the woods that you were looking after then?
Connor thought he saw a shirt, a dress, a something fly by, so we thought maybe, it could be Taylor, but we didn't see anything. But then I tried to use my
That stuff, yeah.
yeah, you know the thing. And it sounded like I heard the president trying to find someone.
I did see 2 sets of footprints in his office, so there might be someone still out there.
Footprints? Like what kind of footprints?
Like looked like his footprints, maybe with his like fancy Oxford shoes, and then maybe one of the cheerleaders with like the sneakers.
Oh.
So one of them might have been
But-
in his
and he
office
was-
with him.
And then he was looking for her like she had run away.
Yeah, his whole office was a mess, so she might be really running from him. So should we go after her and see if we can find her again?
Yeah, I tried to reach out with my mind to see if there's anyone else, but I just got him. But I could go back in and try to see if I can hear her.
Great, sounds good.
You walk out away from the van and you enter into these woods. The sun high in the sky, you are sweating bullets at this point. You walk out even deeper than you had been before, Jessica, with a much easier trail to follow now that Connor has followed behind these prints. You go out in his army crawl. I'm going to say you can investigate a mystery. And the question you're going to want to ask is, where did it go?
Yeah.
And if you roll well enough, you can probably get like a what happened here.
I rolled a 4 + 2.
A 6. Unfortunately, that is a fail. And with that, as a keeper, it's my job to make moves against you. I've already had one happen where Connor got tackled from a man out here. You walk out into the woods a bit deeper than you had been before. And you open your mind again, trying to pick up on those cues and those voices, trying to latch on to anything. And you close your eyes so you can focus because you're not hearing anything. It's like the woods are empty. And then you do feel like you hear something. You can't really discern what it's saying. It's too garbled, too muffled. So you stand and you walk out deeper into the woods and you're listening. Your eyes are still closed. You're still walking. And then you open your eyes and you're standing in front of a large wooden cabin. lights flickering from inside, and the sound of chanting emanating from within.
Chanting, good.
You look around you here, and you feel at home. And not necessarily as if this cabin is your home, but you feel like this is where you live. There are landmarks here that line up with things that just feel correct. There's a large stone over there. That's strange. That looks just like the one by Old Man Cratchit's house down the way. There's a small stream.
Did I just get
behind this cabin.
outlandered?
And then you turn back around as you hear Charles's voice calling out to you as you walk further into the woods. You turn back again, and that cabin is gone.
Jessica, any luck out there?
I wanted to get outlandered.
Oh.
No.
A big Scottish guy.
No.
Taylor, are you out there?
Yeah, I couldn't hear anything. No. Sorry.
Okay.
I'm trying to see when Outlander was first released, and I don't know. 'cause
Okay,
it's just telling
definitely
me
not in the
TV show.
90s. You're crazy.
It might have been in the 90s.
Books, I think the books are older
No
than the
way.
90s.
Really?
Yeah.
Whoa.
But no, you do
I thought
not
they were
find
like
Taylor.
early 2000s books.
1991.
No freaking way!
There is
2 months before.
Outlander
Oh
is
my
on
gosh.
Jessica's nightstand right
Really
now.
I really could have said
Yes.
that. I'm like, did I just get outlandered?
You're really hoping that it was.
I truly
but unfortunately
thought.
it was not. No.
The
And then
witches, the rock, like you can't deny.
Charles, you start calling out Taylor's name, and there is no response.
I guess we can head back and see what's up with Connors, and maybe Thomas will check in with us in an hour or so.
Thomas
can I
is getting emergency medical treatment from a sheriff on the side of the road.
We follow Charles and Jessica. Are you walking back to the college? Are you driving on the flat? Are you changing the tire? What's the game plan?
If it's not far, we could probably drive on the flat. Although,
It's a mile.
Yeah.
yeah,
I don't think we might as well change it, I guess.
yeah. If we have enough time, yeah, we'll just change it.
Yeah. Jessica, how good are you at changing tires?
Probably had to take driver's ed recently.
Charles, how good are you at changing tires?
Charles definitely doesn't even have his own car because he runs everywhere, but I guess you kind of like unscrew it and screw it back on.
Yeah. Jessica, you take over and you change this tire with Charles's muscular help, essentially. And then you both look at each other like, all right, go ahead and drive. Charles doesn't own a car. Jessica, you don't own a car. One of you's got to drive.
I'll drive.
Did he leave his keys in the car?
Oh yeah.
Thank
Oh.
God.
Oh, yeah, he leapt out. It's probably still running.
Oh,
We follow Jessica drive off to meet up with Connors. Thomas, you are shambling into the town hall, slightly behind Sheriff Joe Woodard. He has his weapon drawn, looking around these corners as you go through into each office, and you find the open door to the mayor's office itself. And the sheriff says, "Yeah, that was the mayor. So you said he came at you on all fours?"
Yeah, man, for sure. I am actively bleeding and in need of a hospital. And I go, I was walking down this, sorry, so after what happened, I figured I'd get a quote from the mayor. The door was locked, and so I went to walk around to the back door to see if anything was going on, because it was supposed to be open, and I saw that air conditioner. Were there cameras outside?
Yes.
I
there's one camera.
heard a scream, and so I pulled on that air conditioner to hop up, and I saw him stabbing someone. And the body's with us. The body's in the road. Is the mayor dead? What's it? There's a few details here I need.
Yeah, so outside, the camera pans over to fill us all in on the scenario here. The sheriff's patrol vehicle has been pulled over in front of this building. In the back, you see through the window the two bodies piled up. The mayor here is dead in the back seat.
Does the sheriff have the keys?
Yeah, the sheriff has the keys. And also in the back, you do see the dead body of this girl.
Okay. If at all possible, I would try to persuade him to put the mayor in the trunk. If there's
Yeah,
a chance,
roll manipulate someone.
feel free to say that there's just no way, but he would be like, he's gonna get back up as sure as shit. My name ain't Thomas Puck if he ain't gonna get back up and try to drive that fucking car away with that body in the back. Barely. 7. Just a scooch into a mixed success.
He'll do it, but you got to tell him why. He's like, he puts them both in the back seat.
I think
Just
the
sort of an honor.
mayor's got to go in the trunk.
Why?
He was foaming at the mouth and ran across the street on all fours. If he's infected with rabies, the state's gonna have to take his body. I don't want this poor girl to not only get murdered, but also not be able to be given back over to her family on account of cross-contaminations.
Yeah, well, you got me there. And he drags it out, throws him in the trunk.
The sheriff
Clunk.
starts to do what he said, and Thomas is like, God bless this beautiful idiot. Just that didn't make any fucking sense. As he tosses the trunk in the back. Yeah, so we can kind of cut back forward. I just wanted to make sure I did that because he would kick himself
Yeah.
if you were like, the car drives off. I'd be like, son of a bitch. Yeah, he's like, I heard some terrible commotion, and I pulled the air conditioner out of the window to see what was going on, and I saw somebody stabbing up that girl, so I ran in, called 911, and tried to get him off her, and ran out the front door, and then you came along like a great chariot of justified fire and took him down. So thankfully I seem to be alive for the moment.
Hey, well, that was a good call. I'm glad you got that call through.
But
We're right down the way, so it's pretty quick.
But he attacked me with, and I point at the obsidian Chris knife. I
Mhm.
go,
Was he running on all fours with it?
well, yeah,
No,
did
that's
he drop
inside.
it? Yeah.
Oh,
I pointed it
that's
on the
in here.
floor, and I go, with that?
What the hell? He pulls out a baggie and he opens it and he puts on a glove and he grabs the knife and he drops it in the bag, seals it up. I'll hold on to that. That's
Thomas, unironically, like, I assume as he is stumbling around, will grab a first aid kit off the wall or behind the desk and just sort of try to put pressure with gauze on his wound as he sort of like lays into the wall and then slides down to the ground. Like, that's everything I saw. Can you is there an ambulance in Charming?
there is one. I already radioed it in. It'll probably be here in the next few minutes here. We've only got one, so.
That's great.
And then the phone goes off again. Connor, you are sitting in your surveillance vehicle. No, the surveillance vehicle's back on the road with the flat tire with Jessica Fitch and Charles Kevinson. You had a couple of these wires with you that you've set up. You're not going to be able to hear this conversation. But on the other hand, Jessica and Charles driving in the van here.
I look at the sheriff and look at the phone.
And Thomas, you see the phone ringing. The sheriff shrugs and he walks over. He lifts it off the receiver. Jessica and Charles, you hear a voice say, "Oh, thank God. All right. Well, I think that I might have been seen, but I think I covered it pretty well.
I reach out and click speaker click on the intercom.
I might have been found out now. So I'm real sorry about that, Walter. But I think I covered it. It was Connor. He's a janitorial staff here at the college. He saw me running after the girl. But like I said, I think I got him off my trail. So I think we're okay. As long as you got what you needed to do done, then I think things are going to be looking pretty good. I think snake in the grass is go. All right. So I'll see you soon. You don't have to say anything. I know you're pissed. So all right. Don't. And he hangs up.